Gave me this big smile on both sides of the face, so that was really rewarding and actually a little bit of a relief too.
Hello, welcome ulit sa ating channel, ang Tito Manong TV. And for today's video, gagawa tayo ng isang reaction video sa lesser known na mga sakit. At ang sakit na kung saan tayo magre-react is ang Moebius syndrome. So, let's start the video.
People look at him and think he's angry or because he has no facial expression whatsoever. Sometimes he gets frustrated when people can't understand him.
Dawson has Moebius syndrome. It means that he's had no facial movement on both sides of his face ever since birth, and he also has the inability to move his eyes laterally out to the sides.
People take it for granted. You can smile when you're happy and frown when you're sad.
Okay, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, ang Moebius syndrome is sakit ito ng mga bata na may paralysis or hindi nagpa-function yung cranial nerve 6 at 7, which controls our facial muscles. Minsan pa nga kahit yung pag-speak natin medyo apektado. Pero ang pinaka hallmark talaga ng Moebius syndrome is expressionless face. Kasi kagaya ng sinabi nung mother ba niya or yung therapist niya is, syempre pag galit tayo nagfa-frown, pag masaya nagsa-smile. Sa Moebius syndrome wala yan. Okay? So, continue tayo.
You know, he never had that.
He is funny. He loves to make people laugh. He loves to laugh. So just very loving, outgoing. Just wants to be part of the crowd.
Dr. Allison Snyder-Warwick, pediatric plastic surgeon, will perform 2 surgical procedures that she hopes will restore movement to Dawson's face, give the 6-year-old the ability to smile for the first time in his life.
So ang ibig niyang sabihin, yung ibang nerves niya na nagfa-function, ilalagay niya sa facial muscle niya para mag-function? Actually, naka-experience na ako ng first hand sa Moebius syndrome. 'Di ba sabi niya kanina pag yung patient nito si Dawson palaging tumatawa. Pero imagine, yung isang expressionless face na tumatawa. At first, yung first experience ko dito nung nasa rehab pa ako ng pedya, nakakatakot syempre. Yung parang, imaginein mo yung picture ng Jabawakis na mask tapos may tumatawa, parang ganun. Kasi first, intern pa lang siguro ako nun or volunteer. First time ako naka-encounter ng Moebius syndrome. And then, in-explain sa akin ng CI ko kung ano ang Moebius syndrome. Nagets ko naman. Okay, so ngayon, ang gagawin niya kay Dawson is mag-undergo ng operation para magkaroon ng facial expression. So, kaya pala Dawson Smile yung title ng video. Facial Reanimation Surgery. Okay.
In order to get facial movement, you need 2 things. You need muscle, and you also need a nerve to move that muscle. And so in Dawson's case, because this all developed when he was developing in utero, in the womb, we need to replace both of those things because he doesn't have normal nerve or muscle there.
Dr. Snyder-Warwick performed the first procedure.
Hindi ko lang alam kung sa ngayon meron ng talagang na-determine kung ano ang cause talaga ng Moebius syndrome. Kasi during my time, unknown pa siya, hindi pa alam kung saan galing, bakit nagkakaroon ng Moebius syndrome. Ang sigurado lang nila is weak or paralyzed ang facial nerve, cranial nerve 7, tsaka yung cranial nerve 6. Kaya nagkakaroon ng paralysis ng mukha, walang facial expression. So ngayon, dadaan siya ng surgery. Actually, first time ko pang nalaman na pwede palang i-surgery ang batang may Moebius syndrome. Okay, continue.
On Dawson's left side.
He did really well. They took the gracilis muscle out of his left leg and put it in the left side of his face.
Okay. Singit lang ako ng konti. Habang nag-i-edit ako, dun ko pa na-realize na bagong nerve tsaka bagong muscle talaga yung ginamit kay Dawson para magkaroon ng facial expression or yung nung smile. So, kinuha yung muscle sa leg niya. Hindi ko lang malaman kung saang part. Tapos, yung ginamit na nerve is yung sa masseter. Yung masseter na muscle, ito yon. Pag pinapatigas mo, yun. Yan, may nerve dyan na nakakonect sa muscle na doon sila kumuha para ilagay sa kanyang mukha, which gumamit ng bagong muscle from the leg para magkaroon siya ng smile or expression. See? How amazing is that? Okay? Continue sa video.
Then we find a different nerve in the face that Dawson does have, and that's called the masseteric nerve, which is normally used in chewing. So that nerve gets connected to this muscle that we transfer to the face, and we orient it from the corner of the mouth up near the temple.
And then they wait.
We were expecting sensation around 4 to 6 months after the surgery. About a month and a half afterwards, he was able to already move it. So it was very, very shocking to us and very, very exciting. I was actually at work when it happened, so Dad had called me to tell me, and of course I'm at work and I'm crying. It's just exciting. I got home and I was just, you gotta show me, you gotta show me. So then I called the doctor and I'm like, he's doing it. Of course, I didn't expect her to believe me.
And I said, oh, okay, kind of thinking, I don't really think that's true movement, maybe there was some muscle spasm or something that happened. But she sent me a picture via email because they do live quite a distance away, and it looked very real.
She said that was the soonest she's ever seen anybody have results.
And then when they came to the clinic, of course, I was able to verify that indeed he's got great movement of his cheek, and the picture that she had sent was, just the very beginning of that, but she had told me that it had been very consistent from the time that she had called. So that really surprised me that he had movement so quickly.
Yeah. Alam mo yung ilang years ka na paralyzed yung mukha mo, wala kang facial expression, tapos meron palang surgery na ganito. Ewan ko lang kung nakaabot na ba sa Pilipinas yung mga procedure na ganito. Kasi ang video na to 8 years ago pa. Okay? 8 years ago pa ang video na to. Ang link ilalagay ko sa description sa baba para at least makita nyo, ma-review nyo kung interesado kayo. So after so many years na walang expression, tapos may surgery ng ganito, magkakaroon ka na ng di ba? Napakasaya nun para sa parents tsaka sa bata na mayroong Moebius syndrome. Na-remember ko tuloy yung patient namin dati sa Tugbok, babae. May Moebius syndrome din siya. Yeah, yung sinabi ko kanina na pag tumawa siya medyo natakot ako, pero na-overcome ko kasi syempre trabaho natin yan. Physical therapist tayo, and then makaka-encounter tayo ng mga ganyan. And then yung isang medyo dun sa patient namin is umiiyak siya. Pero yung mukha niya talaga parang gito, wala natin, pero may luha na tumutulo. Sana umabot dito yung mga ganitong procedure na surgery sa mga Moebius syndrome.
3 months later, Dawson returned to St. Louis Children's Hospital to repair the right side of his face.
I was hopeful that he would do just as well, but I didn't know if it was just an anomaly last time and now he'd be kind of more of the standard course, or, maybe even a little slower.
Probably about a month and a half, 2 months when he started having movement. Just in time for picture day for school this year, so that was very exciting.
Hindi nyo ma-imagine talaga yung Moebius talagang parang maskara. Walang movement talaga yung mukha. As in, kahit na mga konting ganyan dito, wala talaga. Yung maskara ng Jabberwock is ang pinaka-perfect example ng Moebius syndrome. Ang isa pang tawag namin dyan, mastophagy. Okay? Pero ngayon, meron palang ganito. Wow, amazing.
I was a little bit nervous because they hadn't called, and it was time for his next visit, and I was worried that maybe this side wasn't working. And then Dawson walked in from the waiting room, and he didn't give me any smiles on the walk-in. He walked right past me, and then he sat down and his mom said, "We'll show her," and he gave me this big smile on both sides of the face. So that was really rewarding and actually a little bit of a relief too.
He's been healing from his second surgery, learning to control his muscles that have been placed in his face, and he's gotten really great control over them now, a lot sooner than we expected, just like the first time around. It's a little difficult for him to, we're learning when he needs to do it and when he shouldn't do it, and be aware that there's emotion that's connected to it.
Over time, people become more adjusted to the new kind of scenario, and having the social interactions that they have throughout their life, they learn how to smile without thinking about it.
So it's just a learning experience for him.
Smiles are such beautiful things. They tell you so much about a person. There is no better feeling than seeing a child get their smile back or smile for the first time.
We are very appreciative for everything she has done, and very grateful that she was brought here to our area to where we could, proceed with this with her.
The program at St. Louis Children's Hospital and Washington University School of Medicine is one of only a small handful in the U.S. that focuses on facial reanimation, Dr. Snyder-Warwick's specialty.
Working with children is so rewarding because they really have a great perspective on life.
And knowing Dawson will have an easier time fitting in with his peers gives his mom something to smile about.
I just absolutely love his smile. It brings a smile to my face every time I see him use it.
There we go.
Make sure you smile, Dawson.
Okay, hanggang doon lang muna ang ating video, and merong konting commentary lang. Imagine, 8 years ago pa ang video na to. So, ano na kaya ang mga advances na pwede mong gawin sa isang may Moebius syndrome na surgery, di ba? Kasi dito, ang pinakita lang is smile. Maraming kang facial muscle, like yung movement nitong nung mga kunot ng noo, like ganito, dito sa chin, tsaka sa iba pa, marami yan. Pero sa kanya, kahit smile lang, di ba? So, smile. Di ba? Ang iba, kailangan pa ng surgery para makasmile tayo. Anytime, pwede tayong mag-smile. So, yun ang Moebius syndrome. Isa sa mga rare cases or mga rare na sakit dito sa ating bansa. At maging sa buong mundo. Kasi noon, parang sa US ang setting noon. Sa atin dito sa Philippines, may mga patient din na may Moebius syndrome. Okay? So, ulit, kung bago pa lang kayo sa aking channel, please like, share, and subscribe. At kung meron kayong tanong or future concepts or contents na gusto nyong ipagawa, comment lang sa comment section below. And see you in my next content. Bye-bye! Amazing!